Hello friends, I am Riyaz Sheikh, Assistant Professor at Department of Economics, Mahatma Phule AC College, Panvel. Friends, in this lecture we are going to have a look on short-term price and output determination in perfect competition. In this lecture we are going to discuss meaning of perfect competition and have a quick look on the important features of perfect competition, and later we are going to discuss price and output determination in short-term price and output determination in perfect competition. Okay, let's discuss the meaning of perfect competition. Perfect competition is a form of marketplace where there is large number of buyers and sellers of a commodity. Homogeneous product is sold with no control over price by an individual firm. Perfect competition is a form of market or competition where there is large number of buyers and sellers. The numbers of buyers and sellers are so large that a individual buyer and individual seller can't affect the market price by changing its supply or demand. Okay, so number of buyers and sellers are so many or so large who sell homogeneous product. It means that identical products are sold by all firms in perfect competition. Product of every firm is same or identical with no control over the price by an individual firm. Okay, so number of firms are so large, that's why individual firm contribute only a little part of total supply, total market supply. That's why individual firm can't affect the market price by changing individual supply. Okay, so individual firm in perfect competition has no control over the price. Here are some important features of perfect competition. Large number of buyers and sellers. As we have discussed, number of sellers and buyers in perfect competition are so large. Individual buyer and seller can't affect the market price. Seller can't affect the market price by changing in its supply, and likewise individual buyer also can't affect the market price by changing its demand. Okay, homogeneous product is produced by every firm. Product in perfect competition is identical. It means that each and every firm produce identical product from its competitor, which is identical to its competitor firm. Product of every firm in perfect competition is identical in nature of quality, taste, size and all that. Okay, so product in perfect competition sold by every firm is completely identical. Free entry and exit. Entry and exit in perfect competition is free. Any firm at any time can enter into market, produce the commodity, sell its commodity or output at price determined by market, and any firm can leave the market or exit from market if it incurring losses. It has firm has no control or any limitation for entry and exit from the market. No advertising cost. Buyer and sellers of perfect competition has perfect knowledge. Okay, so there is no need of advertising cost in perfect competition. What output is produced, what is market supply, what is market demand, which quality is produced by the sellers, and what is the product. Okay, each and every information is possessed by buyers and sellers also. So there is no need of advertising cost. Firm in perfect competition can have advertising expenditure only for introduction of new product. Okay, and next important feature is consumer have perfect knowledge. Okay, already we have discussed consumer and seller have perfect knowledge about the market. So this is meaning and some important features of perfect competition. Let's discuss the price and output determination in short-term price and output determination in perfect competition. To analyze price and output determination in perfect competition, we require basically these things. Okay, we should have a aggregate demand or market demand curve and supply curve of an industry. Okay, this is market demand and supply curve of industry. Okay, why it is required we are going to discuss later. Second important thing we require, that is average revenue and marginal revenue curve of the firm. Okay, average revenue and marginal revenue curve of the firm. Okay, this is demand curve of perfectly competitive firm. This is horizontal because price elasticity in perfect competition is perfectly elastic. If any seller try to sell its commodity at 1% more than the market price, no one buyer will purchase the commodity from that buyer. Okay, so it's his sale can reduce or can decrease to 0. Likewise, if an individual seller try to sell its commodity at 1% lower than the market price, he can sell all its supply at that price. Okay, so price elasticity of perfect competitive commodity is perfectly elastic. Okay, that's why demand curve is horizontal to x-axis. Okay, this is demand curve, this is also average revenue curve, and this is also marginal revenue curve. Average revenue curve and marginal revenue curve of perfect competitive firm is same because of identical price. Same price is charged by every firm and which will not change. So we have discussed average revenue curve and marginal revenue curve. Next thing we require, that is marginal cost curve. Okay, this is marginal cost curve. Marginal cost curve of a perfect competitive firm is of upward sloping from left to right. It is actually U-shaped. We are here taken only the portion which is upward sloping from left to right. And fourth important thing is average total cost. This is average total cost curve of a firm which is also U-shaped. With these tools we are going to discuss the price and output determination in perfect competition. Okay, firstly we will discuss price and output determination in industry, because individual firm has no role in determining market price of the commodity produced by individual seller. In perfect competition, in short run, price is determined by market supply and market demand of industry. Okay, here we can see that OP price in the market, in the industry, OP price level is determined by the market supply and market demand, and OQ output is produced by all firms. There are so large number of sellers in perfect competition. So OQ is the total output produced by all sellers or producers in perfect competition. Okay, so OQ output, market output, is determined, and OP, market price, is determined at the point where industry's total demand and total supply curve is in equilibrium. Okay, so this is how price and output is determined. We already have discussed that in perfect competitive firm has to accept the market price, because individual firm can't affect the market price by changing its supply. That's why whatever the industry price or market price is determined in industry, individual firm has to accept it OP price is determined in industry, an individual firm will accept whatever the price. Here is OP price is determined by market. An individual firm accept OP price, and at that price firm's demand curve will be of horizontal type. Okay. Now here we have discussed how price and output is determined in the industry, and this OP price will be accepted, or firm has to accept the market price, and firm can sell any output at market price. Now the question is, what will be the individual output level, individual firm's output level? Every firm tries to produce and sell the output level which gives it maximum profit. Okay, so what is requirement of a firm to be in equilibrium? Every individual firm will be in equilibrium at the output level where the firm is making maximum profit. Okay, now we have to identify the output level of firm which gives maximum profit, whatever the situation is given. In that given situation, whatever the maximum profit firm can make. Okay, so every firm will try to produce the output which gives the firm maximum output level. Here firm has no role over determining the price of a commodity. It can be in equilibrium only by determining the output level. Okay, so what is the requirement of firm's equilibrium or firm's output determination? Here we have discussed two requirements of firm to be in short run equilibrium. First requirement is that marginal revenue curve of a firm must be equal to marginal cost curve. Okay, here we can see that this is marginal revenue curve of individual firm, and this is marginal cost curve. Firm will determine or decide its output level at which output level firm's marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. At this point we can see firm's marginal cost curve intersect to marginal revenue curve at OQ output level. Okay, first requirement of firm to be in equilibrium is marginal cost must be equal to marginal revenue. This output level, which is OQ, this output level will give firm's maximum profit. Okay, and second important requirement is that intersection of marginal cost curve to marginal revenue curve from left to side. Okay, marginal cost curve must intersect to marginal revenue curve from left to right. Okay, so these both requirements are fulfilled at OQ output level. That's why firm will produce OQ output level. Now, at what is the situation of profit? Let's discuss in next slide. Now, this is same diagram like in previous slide. Okay, here is also price and output is determined by market supply and market demand. OP price is determined, and firm is accepting OP price level, and at OP price firms is producing OQ output level, because at OQ output level both conditions are fulfilled. Marginal cost curve intersect marginal revenue, and it is upward sloping, or marginal cost curve intersecting marginal revenue curve from left to right. Okay, so at point E both conditions are fulfilled. So what is the situation of profit at this point? Now we can see that at this output level, OQ output level, firm's total revenue is OPEQ. This is firm's total revenue. Okay. And firm's total cost is OSRQ. Total cost is OSRQ. Now we can see that firm is making super normal profit of SPER. So this is shown by average revenue curve and average cost curve. This is average cost curve. If we consider this part of diagram, we will see that firm's marginal revenue, average revenue is QE. Average revenue is the revenue collected by selling one commodity or one quantity of a commodity. So QE is average revenue of firm and QR is average cost. Per unit cost is QR and per unit revenue is QE. Per unit revenue is greater than per unit cost by this much amount. Okay. Per unit income or revenue is greater than per unit cost by RE. So this is gap between price and cost to produce a commodity, a unit of commodity. Okay. So this is per unit profit ER, and total profit is by producing QR output is PERS. So this is called supernormal profit. Firm is making profit more than its total cost of production. Okay. This is the case of supernormal profit. There are so many firms. Okay. There exists differentiation in efficiencies of every firm. The firm who can produce its product more efficiently can make supernormal profit. There is possibility of few firms to have less efficiency in production, and there may be the case, there may be possibility of some firms who are fail to produce its product efficiently. Okay, or efficiency is lower than other firms. Okay. So according to the efficiency in production cost, some firm can make supernormal profit, some firm can make normal profit, or some firms can make losses in perfect competition. This is the case of supernormal profit. Let's have a look on the normal profit. Okay, firms in perfect competition, some firms in perfect competition can make only normal profit. Okay, there is the same diagram where OP is price determined, and at this point E, the equilibrium condition of firm is fulfilled. Marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, and marginal cost curve is intersecting marginal revenue curve from left to right. Now we can see that here average cost curve touch to average revenue curve at E point. Okay, here per unit cost and per unit revenue is equal. Okay, in this slide we have seen that per unit cost is lower than per unit revenue. Okay, this is per unit revenue QE, and this is QR, per unit cost. Cost is lower than the per unit revenue. That's why firm is making profit, supernormal profit here. But at here, firm's per unit cost is equal to per unit price or per unit revenue. Okay, and that's why firm is making only normal profit. Okay, firm is able to cover its cost of production only. Okay, in this cost of production we already have included entrepreneurs profit, profit which is required to cover the share of entrepreneurs, then it is called that when firm is able to cover entrepreneurs profit, then it is called that firm is making only normal profit. This is the normal profit case. Okay, and there may be some firms who fails to make profit or produce output more efficiently. This is another case. Now suppose in this slide, suppose firm B is making only normal profit, okay, at OP price level. Suppose demand in market decreases, and as a result of decline in aggregate demand, price declined from OP to OP dash. Okay, as a result of decline in demand curve will shift to left side. Okay, and at this new equilibrium E dash, less output is produced and supplied and demanded. Okay, so as a result of decline in aggregate demand, price will decline. Okay, now the case here of firm B, who is making only normal profit in our previous slide. As a result of this decline, price will decline from OP to OP dash. This is price OP dash. At OP dash price level, firm's average revenue is QR. Average revenue is QR and firm's average cost is QE. In this case, firm's per unit cost is more than firm's per unit revenue. QR is per unit revenue or price of a commodity, and firm has to incur QE cost to produce a unit of commodity. So here firm's cost of production is greater than the price by ER. Okay, this is QR is firm's price of commodity or per unit revenue, and QE is per unit cost. Firm is making ER losses. Okay, and total loss by producing OQ output is PRES. Okay, so in this case, firm is making losses, and the firms in short run who are making losses will exit from the market. So guys, this is all about the price and short-term price and output determination of a perfect competitive firm. Thank you.